What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm sorry about the shaking because it is time to take a look at Realm of Light, the Lightsworn structure deck. Many of you have probably been waiting for this because I did make an announcement that when the release got announced, I was going to do a video on the Realm of Light structure deck. I still have a chance to do it, which I'm going to be doing in this video, and then I'm going to do a separate video to talk about particular, well, just Lightsworns themselves. But yeah, welcome to the Lightsworns and their first ever structure deck. If you're in the OCG, you had what was a massive pack called Deck Set Victory of the Light Lords, which is basically what this Realm of Light structure deck is, but they had additional 10 cards, they got sleeves, they got a rubber play mat, a lot of things that basically made our little structure deck here look like a complete joke. I'm going to get more into the Lightsworn after I do a deck profile of it, because I have a good history about, to talk about when it comes to Lightsworn. Because Lightsworn has a major history with Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially during the era it came out, which was right at the time Synchros were coming out. So, yeah, cannot wait to talk about this. So this is what you get for the structure deck. In the back of the structure deck, you have the list of the cards that are in it. You have the 4 cards that are being featured as well. They give you a paper play mat, just no rubber for this. And you have the illustrations of the new monsters. We have Raiden, we have Minerva, and we have the sequential new boss monster for that time, Michael the Arc Lightsworn, known in the OCG as Arc Lord Michael. So, let's go ahead and we take a look at it. So I've already opened the structure deck. Just for you guys to know, this is what the paper mat looks like. It's basically just the Lightsworn monsters on it. JD, who has Michael on top of him. Of course, your classic Lightsworns, your newer Lightsworns as well. And then, just like in many of them, they tell you which packs to look forward to or look back at for some added support for that time frame, tricks and tips, as well as strategies of things to keep things going, and then a more detailed look at the structure deck, which I'm going to be doing for this video. So, starting off is the cover monster of this structure deck in the only synchro monster currently for Lightsworn. This is Michael, the Arc Lightsworn, ultra rare. Then we have a copy of Lightsworn Sanctuary. Then we have one Minerva, Maiden, Lightsworn Maiden, and we have one Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn. So these are all of the cards that are featured here for the Hollows, 2 Ultras and 2 Supers. Going into the actual deck itself, it starts off with 1 copy of Alexandrite Dragon. Then from there, we have 1 copy of Judgment Dragon, 1 copy of Gergath, the Lightsworn Dragon, 1 copy of Celestia, the Lightsworn Angel, 2 copies of Jane, the Lightsworn Paladin, 2 copies of Lila, the Lightsworn Sorceress, 1 copy of Garoth, the Lightsworn Warrior, 1 copy of Wolf, the Lightsworn Beast, 1 copy of Aaron, the Lightsworn Monk, 2 copies of Lumina, the Lightsworn Summoner, 1 copy of Urkis, the Lightsworn Druid, 1 copy of Shire, the Lightsworn Spirit, and 2 copies of Raiko, the Lightsworn Hunter. And that's all of the Lightsworn monsters. Then, we're going to go into the non-Lightsworn monsters that are in the deck. We have 1 copy of Honest, 1 copy of Light Ray Diabolos, 1 copy of Light Ray Desolus, 1 copy of Vylon Prism, 1 copy of Fable Raven, 1 copy of the Fable Cerebral, 1 copy of Blackwing Zephyro Steel Wheat, and 1 copy of Necro Gardna. So that is it for the Lightsworn. And the monsters to follow up with that. Then we have the 2 copies of Realm of Light. This is for the spells. 1 copy of Solar Recharge. 1 copy of Charge of the Light Brigade. 1 copy of Monster Reincarnation. And 1 copy of Foolish Burial. So that's it for all the spells. And then for the trap cards, we have 1 Glorious Illusion, 1 copy of Lightsworn Barrier, 1 copy of Vanquishing Light, 1 copy of Beckoning Light, 1 copy of Skill Successor, and 1 copy of Breakthrough Skill. So talk about being a video full of reprints, new editions, and cards that I still question to this day. Why are you here? This is literally the Lightsworn deck as a whole for the Realm of Light. So, for questions of what cards were in the OCG version, excuse me, that never got run here. Let's talk about that. So, Effect Veiler was supposed to be in here, but she was taken out upon the TCG release. I have a list right here for you guys with all the cards that were taken out of the TCG structure deck that was released in the Duelist set version Light Lord Judgment, which is what the OCG called it. I'm sorry, I have the names wrong. So yeah, Duelist set version Light Lord Judgment featured, of course, all the new Lightsworn cards and many of the cards that I showed you. So what was added and what was taken out? So Raijin, Raimei, Sasuke Knight, and Magical Merchant and Effect Veiler were removed, which means they were replaced by Alexandrite Dragon. Let's see. Yeah, Alexandrite was added. Fable Raven, Cerebral, Black Wings, Zephyros the Elite, and Necro Gardna replace Raijin, Raimei, Sasuke Knight, Magical Merchant, and Effect Veiler. They took out Constellar Belt, Area Zero, Terraforming, and Needlebug's Nest, and Lightning Dragon, which were also supposed to be in, were all 10 cards that were supposed to be in the special set, but were removed in the TCG's release of this structure deck. And I think it was basically because at that time, I forget what was coming out. I think there was a special, no, the 10s and stuff were coming out. And I think a Gold series that came out as well. That was reprinting a lot of stuff for that period of time. Because that was hat format as well. That was hat going into Shadal. And I'll be very honest with you, I did not expect a Lightsworn structure deck. I didn't expect Lightsworn to be the main focus, but they did a pretty good job trying to add these additions to Lightsworn. And considering, in fact, here's the history about Lightsworn, because a lot of people should know their history of Yu-Gi-Oh! So the Lightsworn archetype, pure light, tons of various types in it. Focus on this archetype is to mill. Like you see cards like Zephyros the Elite, Necro Gardna, because those are monsters that when they're in the graveyard, they have abilities that can trigger from the grave. That incorporates with the Lightsworn abilities. The first of the Lightsworn abilities is that during the end phase, many of the cards have the ability to send cards from the top of their deck to the grave, i.e. the term mill. Because Lightsworn definitely were the archetype that held down in that phrase. Each of the Lightsworn monsters have their own specific effects or abilities based on what gets milled or what effects are being milled, but most of them have the consistent, at the end of the turn, mill X number of cards, including their sequential not boss monster, Judgment Dragon, who, as you can see here, is on the artwork of Michael, the Arc Lightsworn, who is being written on top of Into the Heat of Battle. There are variations in reasons of which the Lightsworn archetype themselves, are built the way they are. From what my understanding is that the Lightsworns are all associated off of heroic creatures and humans who did very brave things to help people or to save people and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's basically what ended up happening with them. And there are variations of these Lightsworns. There are tons of them. Hell, years later, they invented the Twilight Sworn, which are just dark variants of Lightsworn monsters, including a dark variant of Judgment Dragon. Then Judgment Dragon now has a fusion monster. I think he has a fusion monster, yeah, he has a fusion monster. He has a tuner. Like they have a whole bunch of stuff now for Lightsworn, and it just goes to show you how much they enjoyed the Lightsworn archetype. Because Lightsworn, excuse me, it's like a bit of a yawn, um, was a very high tier archetype for a good portion of years. And whatever reason it was, the minute things good, the minute things Lightsworn started seeing engines or things that they could incorporate with their own strategy, they basically took advantage of it. Even funnier so, back in 2013 when Shaddolls were first introduced, Shaddol used the Lightsworns as an engine because they didn't have any light attribute monsters of their own. And I think it was only shortly after that they got El Shaddol Fusion. But they did take advantage of cards like the added effects of Shaddol Fusion and El Shaddol Construct, where, they needed some type of source of light monsters, taking advantage of the Chaos engine itself. They combined their Dark variant engine, and the cards have abilities that are sent to graveyard. Combine that with the Lightsworn engine, and basically, excuse me, bam, there you go, Lightsworn. Well, Shaddol Sworn, Chaos Shaddol, all those variations of Light and Dark Shaddol setup. And basically what happened. And it's a really good concept. It was a really good thing. It helps Shaddolls. Even to the point where in the Shaddol release their structure deck back in 2020, before the madness happened, Shaddol got a major wave of support because of it. They had a whole new structure deck, but they included Lightsworn cards like Lila. There was Ferris the archer, and Raikou, the Lightsworn Hunter. So, yeah, Lightsworn definitely still have an impact in things. They have a Link monster, which unfortunately he got banned because how beautiful he was. They have a Exceed monster, which took a very long time for her to have a reprint. I'm not even joking. Minerva was a prize card a few years back, and it took Minerva a while to get, not Minerva in this deck, but her more grown up form. Beat is an Exceed monster, and it took for her to get reprinted, and they finally did reprint her. Funny enough, they even have a synchro version of, I think it's a synchro version of Minerva, which is really helpful to the builds of Lightsworn. So, yeah, never count out Lightsworn, because for whatever reason, Lightsworn just gets a fuck ton of support here and there. My overall thoughts of this structure deck is definitely, yeah, it takes the idea of Lightsworn and just reinvent it by giving it newer promise and giving it basically all the reprints that it could possibly need. While I do think certain things at that time definitely need to be added, let's have to remember that, what was it? Oh, the 5Ds era had their major reprint at that point. No, we're getting their major reprint at that point because, I think it was October of 2014, October or November 2014. No, it was October. They released the what is it? The Legendary Collection 5Ds, which did include some Lightsworn cards because they were part of that era. If I'm not mistaken, it's that earlier than that, the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Legendary Collection, the Duel Academy gears, released tons of Lightsworn stuff for 2011. So, yeah, see how many times Lightsworn gets stuff left, right, up, and down. Lightsworn will always be okay. Any highlights of this? Michael, of course, the Synchro Monster a good card. So no one uses the Sanctuary, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good idea and thought. It was good for protection and then replacing Lightsworn, but I don't even I think after a good period of time, just no. Minerva's amazing and so is Raiden. Um a level 4 and a level 3 tuner. Being able to send cards on top of the deck to then benefit their abilities, as well as Minerva and her setup. So really good bases there. No one cares about Alexandrite. I'm just gonna get that over with now. Just basic 2000 level 4 beat stick. That was around the time when a lot of these monsters started coming out. Where, sorry, it's shaking a bit. Where they were doing these whole, let's give every attribute a level 4 light attribute vanilla monster with 2k attack and 100 defense. Almost every attribute has it. And just I think all should have it now. If not the type, just types in general. JD, of course, for the major reprint, which was such a well, it wasn't even an improvement because they reprint JD almost every other week. It's kind of like becoming the MST of thing. No, not even MST. I want to say like Stardust Dragon, because Stardust was getting reprinted like crazy too, and then JD started following right behind Stardust. It was like, hey, look, it's Judgment Dragon. Here's a big old special set. Like, actually, if I'm not mistaken, at time of recording, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonanza has come out, and they did a major reprint of JD as well. And I think he's quarter century rare, and whatever mix in rarity of stuff they like to promote. Not too many people use this monster. Celestia is used, but she's only used for like removal. Jane, Lumina, Lila, Gareth, Wolf. These are the monsters that you mainly see. Hold on, because let's make sure this is like accurate for some stuff. But no, yes, no, meh, yeah. Because a lot of the new Lightsworn builds try to fit with modern era. Like if I looked up Lightsworn, oh, actually I might get like I'm gonna get Edison for that Lightsworn too, because that's the thing too. Lightsworn was very paid or high played during Edison, and you're gonna see a lot of these cards, you know, stacked up. And they're definitely using Lumina. They're definitely using Aaron. They didn't use Airkiss or Street, but they definitely used your boy Raiko. In terms of the Lightsworn monsters. From there, go on to the non-Lightsworns, but the ones that were basically put. They use these two not so much. I think they were just here as fodder, to be honest, just to fill in for some things for light cards. Prism, they had better options of tuners. Raven was definitely one of them. Cerebral, I don't think they use Cerebral, but if you wanted to, probably did. I know they use these guys here, because even so, Electromagnetic Turtle was, I think, out at that point too. And Electromagnetic Turtle, no, Electric Turtle came out a few years later, but Lightsworn using Electromagnetic Turtle, Necro Guard, those were just because of the fact they can easily fill up the graveyard and then benefit from their abilities. So you did have 2 issues there. Real stuff. I mean, you also had Global. You had dandelions and stuff like that to take advantage of when you want to mill, when you want to benefit from things. Hell, they even use a level eater at points too, and all the chaos fun, all the chaos stuff, plague spreader, zombie sworn, all of that incorporated. As far as the spells, I know no one used the Realm of Light. Recharge and Charge of Light Brigade were definitely must-have. Monster Reincarnation, Foolish Burial. You know, when you're playing variants that use dark cards, they were using stuff like Allure as well. And I don't think anything really was used in terms of the trap cards, maybe except for Beckoning Light, Skill Successor, and Breakthrough Skill. Funny enough, this was Breakthrough Skill's first reprint. And I remember because I think I also have another set of Breakthrough Skill, in which I definitely wanted to get some Breakthrough Skills into my Harpie deck so I can use them with Magical Hot. So overall, what is my opinion on this structure deck? Just taking a look at everything in it. If you ever get the cop to get these Lightsworn structure decks, 100%, if you're playing Edison, go pick these up. Go get, if you can, find the reprints of, was it Light of Destruction, which also came out a few months later. What was it? Because the re-release of Destruction Act was in June, literally 10 years later after its first release. And then a couple of weeks later, they reprinted for 2024. They reprinted, excuse me, they reprinted the Light of Destruction, and people were making pulls from the Light of Destruction too. They weren't happy, but no, definitely, if you want to pick it up, you'll have the chance to play Lightsworn. You should basically have everything for Edison, and be able to play Edison format Lightsworn. Will it be fun? I hope it will be. Will people enjoy it? They definitely will. And I don't have really anything negative to say because I've used Lightsworn engines in a lot of my decks too to help me out with things. So, yeah, like I said, it's a structure deck. Definitely go find it. Definitely go cop it. Enjoy playing it. And, God, because I knew a lot of people who played Lightsworn. They weren't playing Lightsworn, they were playing Zombie. And if they weren't playing Zombie, they were playing Black Wings. It's a lot of memory set for me when it comes to this. Because this is one of those big archetypes that I knew people were playing and spending money on. Because it was so hot to play. Definitely a lot of flashbacks to that joining the 2008, the 2009, 2010 era of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, with that said and done, because I'm completely tired, I need to go get me some more sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll post it as soon as I possibly can, and I'll have some more videos up for Lightsworn. I'll probably even do a retro deck profile for an Edison format variant of Lightsworn. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed when I upload more content to the channel. Social media links, they're in the description box below, and you can also check out the previous video and check out content on the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because it helps me out. With that said, HPJ, signing out. Take care.